All right, welcome back to Des Moines Capitals hockey as the Capitals get the rematch here against the Sioux City Metros as the Capitals fall short yesterday, 4-2 loss as the Capitals was up 2-0 early in the game, and then the wheels started falling off and ended up losing 4-0. So it'll be interesting if the Capitals can regroup and at least salvage 2 points out of the weekend. And we'll find out here in about a minute or two as the ice is hardening up.
Yeah, just looking for what the Capitals are looking for, and it's been a while. I think, playing a complete game, playing 3 solid periods and not having that letdown period where, you just kind of you get a lead and then you kind of relax, and then all of what's so hard in this game and many other games that you play is you can't just turn it on and turn it off when you feel like it. And sometimes when you turn off that momentum, boy, it's hard to get back. And I think that's what they experienced last night in that third period, is they lost all that momentum, lost all that drive, and boy, they tried like hell to get it back, but it just didn't have enough time.
Sioux City comes in 23 games played, set in third in the Midwest High School League standings with 19 wins, 2 losses, 1 overtime loss, and 1 shootout loss. Good for 40 points on the season, 124 goals for, and a very good goaltender with only 26 goals let in this year. He leads the league in goaltending, 192 minutes in penalties, and they are on a 5-game winning streak. Capitals still set in 7th spot with only 21 games played, with a record of 15 wins, 6 losses, 30 points on the season, 98 goals for, 46 goals against, 320 minutes in penalties, and they are 1-4 in the last 5 games. Boy, I didn't realize that. We've lost
4 out of 5.
4 out of 5. Wow.
Yeah. Well, today, I always say tomorrow, like I should have said it last night. Tomorrow hopefully starts a new streak.
Yeah.
And hopefully today we'll start a new streak, a winning streak here, and as we're going up against some pretty solid competition now in the Midwest League, now's the time to get on that streak.
Clark Kruger still leads the top 3 categories for the Capitals. The goals for 18 goals, 26 assists, and 44 points on the season. Brody Stiles, penalty leader, 66 minutes in penalties. He will not get any penalties today as he is a scratch today. Brett Baxter with 7 power play goals and 3 shorthanded goals, and Mazakowski with 5 wins. And Steven Mazakowski is in net today for the Capitals.
Well, I know Brody was out in the audience yesterday and just being pretty vocal out here, cheering on his teammates, and so I don't expect anything different from him in this game either, of being that vocal leader.
Starting lineup being announced for the Sioux City Metros.
At forward, number 7, Dale Bricker. At forward, number 26, Easton Ransford. At forward, number 89, Taylor Burris. And in goal, number 1, Colin Patrick. Head coach for Sioux City, Jesse Winnell. Assistant coaches, Theo Frericks, Skylar Beller, David Green. Team representative, Craig Paulson. And now the starting lineup for our Des Moines Capitals.
Starting lineup for the Capitals. A senior from Indianola High School, number 32, Will Young. Defenseman, sophomore from Southeast Polk, number 4, Gabe Myers. Left wing, senior from Waukee High School, number 3, Hunter Hubbard. Right wing, senior from Dowling Catholic, number 21, Clark Kruger. And center tonight, number 29, Brett Baxter from Ankeny High School. And in net, a junior from Waukee High School, number 31, Steven Mazakowski. And we're going to get the national anthem here. All right, 17 minutes up on the clock. Capitals wearing their white jerseys going to your right on the screen, and the Metros wearing their green jerseys going to your left on the screen. All right, here we go. Face off center ice. Brett Baxter with the face-off for the Capitals. And Capitals win the face-off. They draw it down into the Capitals in the rink. Back to plate is Myers. And shot towards the net just went wide as Myers got knocked down, lost his edge. Shot on net was going to go high, but Mazakowski hangs on to it. Face-off is going to be to the glove side of Mazakowski. Sioux City wins the face-off. They draw it on the near side. Played by Young. Young up to Kruger. Kruger to Baxter. Sent over to the far side. Tried to get it to Hubbard. And the Capitals bring it out to center ice. Kruger plays it down the right side of the ice. Brings it all the way down into the Metros into the rink. On into the right-hand corner. And the Capitals couldn't keep it in at the blue line. Back out to center ice. Played by Bellis. And gets around Bellis all the way in. Shot on net. Saved by Mazakowski. Long pass over to the far side. Played by LaPrade. LaPrade tried to get it up to Baxter. And the Sioux City Metros dump it back down. And the Capitals into the rink.
I don't know what was.
Shot saved by Mazakowski. Wow, that was close, Rob, as Mazakowski tried to play it.
Communication here.
Yeah.
Early on, turning the puck over constantly in our own defensive zone, and that's going to cost us.
Mazakowski with the save.
That's kind of a weird play there. It was on Mazakowski's stick, and looked like the defenseman was trying to, kind of take that puck from him, and then he was trying to shoot it out to somebody at the same time.
Face off to the stick side of Mazakowski. Capitals win the face off, get it up to Webb. Webb over to the far side to Paulus. Paulus has it now. Drop pass back, broken up by the Metros. Fighting for it is Paulus. Paulus gets it to Webb. Webb down into the Metros offensive side of the, or Capitals offensive side of the ice. Paulus just tips it past the goaltender.
Couldn't turn that blade enough to get it toward the goal. Back
on the near side to play it. Wiersma out to center ice. Baxter with it. Ben Baxter. Too many Baxters on the ice right now. As Ben Baxter just left the ice as soon as I said that. Capitals have it chasing after it all the way down into the Capitals into the ring. Metros come up with it in behind the goal line. Wiersma with it now. Wiersma able to get it up to Kruger. Kruger in alone, 1-on-0, coming in, shot, goal! Clark Kruger splits the defenseman and comes in and makes this a 1-0 hockey game.
And the whole time he's getting hooked.
Yes.
The whole time, and so he's able to stay with it, be strong on the puck, and get that one past the goalie. Good job.
14:33 left in the first period, 1-0 hockey game. Well, just like last night, Capitals come out and score early in the first period. Just cannot let off the gas today. Assisted by Hunter Hubbard. Capitals with it now. Myers up to the blue line. On the far side to play it. And here comes Sioux City down into the Capitals in the rink. They have to hold up as it was delayed offsides. Back to play is Newman. Newman on the far side. Fires it. Shot goes wide past Mazakowski. The Capitals able to get it out to the neutral zone, trying to get it up to Kruger. And they do. Kruger's got it again. 1-on-2 coming back the other way. Shot saved by Patrick. And here comes Sioux City Metros back the other way, down into the Capitals in the ring. Nice poke check by Porp.
And that's how the Capitals going to be successful today, making sure they're playing the whole sheet of ice, back checking those forwards, getting back on defense.
Metros with it down below their own goal line, back the other direction. Here comes Sioux City up through center ice, picked off by Knopfler. Knopfler gets it to Tanner Christ, and the puck goes down into the Metros into the ring. Chasing after it is Starr. Starr with it down the near corner. Couldn't hang on to it, and the puck comes free. Bouncing puck kept in momentarily, and the Sioux City Metros bring it up ice. Here comes Sioux City down into the Capitals into the rink. Walking it all the way in. Shot goal. And the Sioux City Metros make it a 1-1 hockey game. 12:51 left in the first period. .12:51 left in the first. 1-1 hockey game. Capitals win the face-off, draw it up to Wiersma. Wiersma. Number 14, Ethan Burge with the goal for Sioux City. Sioux City dumps it, tried to dump it down in deep, but Capitals come up with a Baxter with it now. Baxter's unable to skate with it. Fredericks picks it up, sends it on the far side. Back and forth in between the red line and the blue line right now. On the far side, Sioux City with it, dumps it down into the Capitals in the rink. Chasing after it is Wiersma. Wiersma to Brett Baxter, or Ben Baxter. Ben Baxter on the far side. Up to Baxter. 11:54 left in the first period. Sioux City gets in behind our defenseman. Number 4 has it. Shot on net, saved by Mazakowski. Nice solid save by Maslow. 11:47 left in the first. Kruger, Young, Porp, Myers, and Hubbard out there for the Capitals. Kruger gets it on the far side, brings it up to the neutral zone. Metros pick it off, though. Now the Metros set up and move it back the other direction. Capitals able to force the turnover all the way down into the Metros in the rink. Played in the corner by Hubbard, set up in behind there. Capitals just cannot get control of the puck. Up to Kruger. Kruger has it now. Back, drop pass back. Shot just goes wide past Patrick. That was a nice play by the Capitals. Sent on to the near side. See if the Capitals can keep it in this time. Can't keep it in. Tough time keeping it in at the blue line. Capitals dump it back down and the Metros into the rink. That's going to be icing on the Capitals. 11 minutes left in the first period.
Kind of back and forth right now. No sustained pressure on either end.
Face off to the stick side of Mazakowski. Chris with the face off wins the face off. Sends over to the far side of LaPrade. And the Capitals come up with a 2-on-1 coming back the other way. Kristen Starr and Tanner Chris could get it off to Starr. Sent over to the far side. Metros come up with it. And they bring it down the left side of the ice now. Brecker has it for the Metros. Down into the Capitals in the rink. Shot goes up high over the head of Mazakowski. Shot save again. Mazakowski with the save. 10:33 left in the period. Capitals with the faceoff, wins the faceoff, gets it up to Webb. Webb brings it down into the Metros end of the rink on the right side. Centering pass out front, broken up. Back out to the point, Knopfler with it. Knopfler used it for Webb. Webb to Paulus, fires it towards the net. Shot goes wide past Patrick. Metros bring it on the near side, down into the right-hand corner. Sent over to the far side. Baxter trying to catch up to it. Brett Baxter. Puck comes free out to the center ice. Sioux City controlling the puck down on their defensive side of the ice. They bring it up to the neutral zone. Sioux City has it. Still controlling the puck down their defensive side of the ice, just making the Capitals chase after it. Nice hard hit by Bragg.
4 Capitals within 2 feet of the puck.
And the Metro is able to finally, nope. Nobody really can get control of this. Here comes Caps back the other way. Shot on net, saved by Patrick, and goes up in the protective netting. 9:05 left in the first period. Get a whistle. Kruger with the face-off out there with Hubbard and Porup on the front side. On the back side, Wiersma and Ben Baxter. Sioux City with it now. Looking on the near side. Back to play with Brecker. Brecker to Wiersma. Capitals have it back out to center ice. Played by Wiersma. Wiersma up to Kruger. Kruger on the right side looking. Fires it. Shot goes wide for Porup. And Myers comes off the bench. Keeps it in at the blue line. Takes a hard hit. And now the puck squirts free. Back out to center ice. 2-on-1 coming back the other way. Sioux City brings it in. Shot goal. And the Sioux City Metros make it look easy as they get around the defenseman and make it a 2-1 into the Capitals' defensive side of the ice. And the Metros go up 2-1. .8:22 left of the first period. Baxter with the face-off out there with Webb and Paulus. Young and Myers sends it over to the far side. Paulus brings it up. Picked off by the Metros. Sioux City goal, Ethan Berg, assisted by Kea Barner and Taylor French.
You got to stop those. Sioux City smelled out all those cross ice passes in the neutral zone. We got to be careful of that.
Capitals have it up through center ice. Can't hang on to it. Back to play it is Myers. Sent over to the far side. Tucker chasing after it for the Metros. Baxter trying to get to it. Fires it on net. Saved by Mazakowski. Sent over to the far side. Kept in at the red line. And a 7:13 left of the first period, 2-1 hockey game. Face-off down in the Capitals into the rink. Face-off to the stick side of the Mazakowski. Capitals win the face-off. Back to play is LaPrade. Out to center ice. Chasing after it is Starr. Back out to center ice. Metro's dumping again across the blue line. Back out to the other blue line now.
Tony needs somebody here to start creating some energy for the Capitals.
Yes, we do.
The body language out here right now is not really good, and we're still in the first period, fellas.
Yeah, only down by 1, and that's going to be icing. 6:40 left in the first period. Face-off to the glove side of Patrick. Kruger with the face-off win. Shot goes up over the head of Patrick. That was a nice shot by Hubbard.
Just missed the top of the goal there.
And Knopfler loses his stick, couldn't do much. The Capitals able to pick it off. Here comes Kruger. Kruger back the other way, getting hooked and everything else. And now there's going to be the hooking call on Sioux City as...
It was about after 5 hooks.
Yes. And Sam Rankin calls the hooking call. 6:19 left in the first.
Yeah, you could do it. That's going to be the theme, I think. You can do it a couple times. You keep doing it, you're going to get called.
Well, like I say, Sam definitely refs a lot higher level than this is, and they'll probably let him get away, just like you said, Rob, with the first couple, and then continue to do it. He's going to get you for it. Here comes the Sioux City Metros back the other way, down into the Capitals in the ring. Shorthanded try. Kruger comes in with a hard hit. The Capitals come up with it. Knopfler to Kruger. Kruger has it now. Odd man rush coming back the other way as the Sioux City player had to pick up his stick. Sent on the near side to Webb. Webb on net. Shot saved by Patrick as the Capitals able to chip it on net. 1:36 left in the power play. 5:44 left in the first. Brady Baxter watching on YouTube. Hi, Brady. Capitals with it. Knopfler fires it. Shot. Went wide of the goaltender. Played on the far side. Knopfler with it at the blue line. Brings it to Webb. Webb has some room. Gets it to Kruger on the half boards. Tried to centering pass to Knopfler. Someone who's going to have to get back here. Knopfler, everybody down in deep now. Now everybody's in deep. It's 4 players down below the goal line. And the puck comes free all the way out to center ice. Back to play it is Kruger. Kruger on the far side to Knopfler. Knopfler up to Webb. Webb across the blue line. Leaves it there for Baxter. Baxter fires it. Shot goes wide. On the near boards to play it is Kruger. Kruger with it. Back on the far side to Wiersma. Wiersma on the half boards. Played by Hubbard. And back on the near side. Brecker picks it up for the Metros, throws it on net, saved by Mazakowski. Mazakowski gets it up to Webb. 23 seconds left on the power play. Christ has it now. Long pass over to Paulos, and the Capitals turn it over. Sioux City dumps it back down, and the Capitals in the rink. Played on the far side by Wiersma. Wiersma over to Young. Young up to Tanner Christ. Christ has it across the blue line. Got some time and space. Back to Porp. And back to 5-on-5 hockey as the penalty has expired on the Metros. Fires it on net. Shot never made it. Shot over the head of Patrick. Trying to look for that top corner was Porp. Just a little outside. Puck comes all the way down into the Capitals in the ring. Back to play to Young. Young has it in the corner. Tied up. Played on the far side to Paulus. Kept in at the blue line. Shot goes wide past Mazakowski. Sent on the near side to play it is Wiersma. Tied up in behind the goal line. Young's trying to come up with it. He does. Gets it to Paulus. Paulus up to Porp.
Trying to go through guys. You got to use the boards here.
On the near side, Tanner Cruz with it now. Intercepts the pass. Tried to clear it out. Kept in by the Metros. Porp comes in with a hard hit on Anderson. Played by Christ in behind the net. Up to Paulus. And Paulus not able to chip it out. Sioux City keeps it in at the blue line. Capitals have it now. Bragg up to Burnell. Puck comes free out to center ice. And that's going to be icing on the Metros. 2:44 left of the first period, 2-1 hockey game.
We talk about this many times. It just takes one line to start creating some energy, then the next line. That's just how it builds.
Face off to the glove side of Patrick. 2:44 left in the first period, 2-1 hockey game. Clark Kruger with the only goal for the Capitals. And the Metros pick it up. Brecker has it across the blue line, down into the Capitals, into the rink. Goes wide, gets around Knopfler, fires it on net, saved by Mazakowski, and goes up into the high protective netting. Face off to the stick side of Mazakowski. 2:33 left of the first. Up's going to be to the glove side of Mazakowski. They switched it. Capitals win the face-off, get it up to Burnell. Burnell across the red line, dumps it down into the Metros, into the rink. Chasing after it is Laprade. And here comes Sioux City up the left side, sends it to the far side. They bring it down on the Capitals' defensive side of the ice. Shot on net, saved by Mazakowski. Brady Baxter, how did your game go today? Did you win or did you lose? Or do you have to play yet today down in Kansas City? On the far side of play is Myers. Myers up to up to Hubbard. Chasing after it is Kruger. And Sioux City turns it and brings it back the other way into the Capitals, into the rink. Steered off into the corner by Mazakowski. Back out to the point. Newman keeps it in for the Metros. And the Metro is able to get past Mazakowski, and they make it a 3-1 hockey game. .150 left in the first period, and the Capitals got a tough road to battle now as the Metros have came out on fire here in the first period. Baxter with the face-off. Out there with Webb and Paulus. On the defensive side is Ben Baxter and Wiersma. Capitals with it now. Tough time hanging on to it. Played by Webb. Back out to center ice it comes. Newman plays it for the Metros. Capitals dump it down into the Metros into the rink. Chasing after it is Webb. Webb trying to catch up to it on the corner. Played by Baxter. Wiersma can't keep it in at the blue line. Back out to center ice it comes. Wiersma with it now in behind his own goaltender. Sends on the near side to Ben Baxter. Ben Baxter with it. Turnover by the Capitals, and we're lucky to get it back there has been a nice recovery by Ben. Here comes Ben Baxter up through center ice, gets it to Webb as the Capitals are making a line change. Bouncing puck loose. Number 4 from Metros comes up with it, brings it all the way in. Shot on net, saved by Maslow. 40 seconds remaining in the period. Back out to Barner. Shot just tipped wide. And Sioux City Metros fired it on net, saved by Maslow. .26 seconds left in the period. Back out to center ice. Newman with it for the Metros. Sent over to the far side. Capitals making a line change here with 17 seconds left. Fredericks with it. Brings it down in the Capitals in the ring. He sidesteps it. Shot goes wide past Maslow. Sent over to the far side. And that's going to do it for the first period of play. And the Capitals down 3-1. Clark Kruger with the only goal for the Capitals. shots on net. Shots on goal. Boy, that don't look right. 8 for the Metros and 3 for the Capitals. Be back in 15 minutes with second period action. All right, back with the Des Moines Capitals hockey. Second period action just about underway. 17 minutes up on the clock, and the Capitals, we've said it before, they're going to have to get one goal at a time to get back into this thing. And it's not impossible, as the Capitals were up by 2 yesterday going into the second, and the opposite team was able to come back and get us. But we'll see what happens here.
Well, I say this as a coach too, Tony, that it's easy to be out there, throw yourself a pity party for what mistakes you made in the first half or the first period, but that's over with. So now all you can do is control your effort and your attitude going forward. You get a good effort here, guys skating hard to the pucks, battling for pucks, and good things will happen.
All right, well, we're waiting on the door to get adjusted down there. The door is shut. 17 minutes up on the clock. Capitals wearing their white, going to your left. Sioux City wearing their green, going to your right on the screen. Capitals have it on the near side. Young plays it up to Hubbard and gets it all the way down into the Sioux City in the rink. Kruger comes in hard, down below the goal line. Kruger with it now. Gets it on net, saved by Patrick. Kruger with it now, back out to Baxter. Baxter has it on the far side. Brett Baxter. Back out to the blue line, and Sioux City Metros pick it up. They bring it up the near side, dumps it down into the Capitals into the rink. Back to play it is Young. Young has it. Sent over to the far side, gets around Myers. And the Metros come up with it, picked off by Hubbard, though. Shot on net, save as Hubbard tried to pass it up out of the zone. Came off the stick or skates of a Sioux City player, went right on net. Capitals have it now to Hubbard. Hubbard up to Baxter. Baxter crossed the red line, dumps it down into the Capitals into the rink. And the Capitals making a line change. 15:40 left in the second. Fires it high up over the head of the goaltender by Ryan Webb with a shot. Metros pick it up on the far side down on their defensive side of the ice. Tough time getting it across the blue line. Picked off by Porp. And the puck comes free all the way back out to center ice. Tanner Chris plays it in front of his own goaltender. Sent over to the near side. Shot on the side of the net, played by Knopfler. Knopfler has it now on the half boards. Played up to Webb. Webb sends it across the red line all the way down into the Metros in the rink. Played on the far side by Porp. Metros pick it up, though. Set up in behind their own goaltender. Back to play it is Bellis. Fires it towards the net. Just shot goes wide to Patrick. And here comes Sioux City Metros trying to get in behind the defenseman, Knopfler, and he gets it up to Burnell. Burnell across the blue line. Delayed offsides on the Capitals. Played by Wiersma on the far side. Capitals able to dump it down into the Metros in the rink. Chasing after it is Bragg. Back out to center ice. Capitals continue to put the pressure on the Metros. Played on the far side, down on the defensive side of the ice for the Capitals. Here comes Bragg. Bragg's got some room, and that closed quickly on Bragg. As soon as I said that, the door closed. Puck goes all the way down, and the Metros into the rink. Metros pick it up down below the goal line. And that's going to be icing on the Metros. 13:30 left of the second period. Caps down by 2.
Quiet as a church mouse.
No, it is quiet. I was thinking that about 2 minutes ago. They don't even have the music up loud today. I said they don't even have the music up loud in here today. Sioux City wins the faceoff. They bring it up through center ice. Tucker has it for the Metros. Played by Baxter. Baxter sent it over to the far side, over to his brother. And the Capitals aren't able to keep it going the right direction. Capitals have it now. Brett Baxter on the near side, centering pass, got caught up in the skates, and the Metros pick it up behind the goal line. And that's going to be icing on the Metros one more time. 12:49 left in the second period. Face off to the stick side of Patrick.
Coach Spring changing up a few line combinations here, trying to find something, trying to find some chemistry here.
Capitals won the face-off, played by LaPrade. LaPrade on the near side. Played by LaPrade. LaPrade with it now. Played by Porp. Porp has it in behind the goaltender. Loose puck on the far side. And the Sioux City Metros come up with it. They bring it back the other way, down and the Capitals into the rink and try to get around Myers. Myers just gives them a good bump.
And that's all it takes. You don't need to, you don't need to floor somebody every time, but just getting them off the puck, just like Mr. Myers did there. Good job by him.
Brecker with it now, brings it down to the Capitals in the rink, hangs on to it. Good puck skill by Brecker. Capitals tried to clear it out on the far side, kept in by number 14 for the Sioux City Metros. The Metros pick it up, now they're down below the goal line of the Capitals. Back out to the top side. Sent over to the far side, kept in at the blue line by the Metros. Metros putting the pressure on the Capitals down their defensive side of the ice. Fires it on the back side of the net. Young picks it up in behind Mazakowski, sent over to the far side to Porp. Back out to the point, fires it, shot off the shin pads, and the Capitals come up with it. And that number 4 for the Metros, one that blocked that, and boy, he's limping to the bench. He's going to have a stinger. Capitals with it down to the corner. Brownie comes up with it. Tucker gets in behind our defenseman, down in 1-on-0, coming back the other way. And nice defensive move by Knopfler. Steers it off into the corner, back out to the point, fires it on net, save by Mazakowski. 10:37 left in the second. Fires it on net, saved by Maslow. And here comes the Capitals. They're able to chip it up out of the zone. Played by Bellis. Bellis to Bragg. Bragg up to Knopfler. Fires it, shot.
Nice turnover after turnover here, Tony.
Burnell with it now. Tried to clear it off the boards. Can't. Shot on net, saved by Maslow. Putting the pressure on him. And the puck goes on the back of the net. Good thing we got a whistle. Hopefully it's going to come up out of the zone. It is 9:59 left in the second as the Metros was buzzing around our goaltender.
Yeah, we were getting run there for a little bit. Number 4 still hurting quite a bit.
Ooh. I'd be hurting. He blocked that shot. Capitals with it on the near side, played by Hubbard. Puck comes loose all the way down to the Metros into the rink. Metros chasing after it, catches up in behind their own goaltender, sent over to the far side. And the puck comes free all the way out to center ice. Mazakowski, the goaltender for the Capitals, send it on the near side. Now here comes the Caps back up the other direction. Not able to get across the blue line. Back in, down in deep. Played by Bellis. Bellis chips it off, trying to get it out. Finally get it out. And the Metros have to retreat back out to center ice. And the Metros just have the Capitals scrambling. Kanafa with it down into the corner. On the far side to play it is Bellis. Bellis out to Kruger. Played by Christ.
We keep trying to make that cross pass in the center of the ice, and it's not there. We're going to have to work it up the sides. You can't keep making a cross pass at the center of the ice.
Capitals with it to Kruger. Kruger has it now on the near side to Hubbard. Long pass over to Christ, and Capitals able to dump it into the Metros defensive side of the ice, played by Kruger. And as soon as I say that, it trickles out and comes all the way down. Icing waved off. Back to play it is Baxter. Baxter on the far side to Wiersma. Wiersma up to Webb. Oh, nice hard hit, and that was Tanner Christ comes in with a hard hit, played by Webb and picked off by that cross ice pass is just not working for the Capitals.
You have to make some adjustments there.
Capitals with it on the far side, played by Porp. Off the half boards, back to Bragg, tied up by Porp. And the Metros bring it up to the left side of the ice and down into the Capitals inner rink. Maslow tries to get a stick on it, bounces over his stick, played into the corner by Ben Baxter. Baxter in there with Webb and Bragg. Fires it, shot, tipped, and went off the high glass play, continues on. Wiersma has it now. Wiersma on the near side, played up to Webb. Webb.
Again.
Back to play it is Webb. Webb has it now. Yeah, we just our passing is not working.
Yeah, well, they changed their defensive structure. They got somebody in the middle of the ice in the neutral zone all the time now.
On the far side of play it is Wiersma. Wiersma now in behind the goaltender Maslow. Maslow up to Paulus. Bragg intercepts the pass, brings it down in, shot. Oh!
Got a toe on it.
Toe on it. Patrick had a tough time saving that one, and that was the right idea that would have been nice if Bragg would have got that. Shot on that, saved by Maslow, sent over to the far side. The Capitals have it again, up to Paulus. Paulus to the far side to Kruger. Kruger across the blue line. Fires it, shot goes over the head of Patrick. No one on the blue line over here, and the Capitals have to retreat back out to center ice. Young chips it on net, sent over to the far side, played by Kruger. Back out to the point to Myers. Bounces over Myers' stick, back out to center ice it comes. Young is going to have to set up in behind his own goaltender, deep down on the Capitals' defensive side of the ice. On the near side to Hubbard. Hubbard turns it over. Back out to Young. Young up to center ice. Now we got 2-on-2 coming back the other way. Shot off the crossbar as Baxter fires one off the crossbar. Probably the best scoring opportunity the Capitals have had in the second. And we're going to get icing on the Metros. 5:11 left in the second period. Face off to the glove side of the Metros goalie. Chris Webb, Porp out there for the Capitals on the backside, Kanafa and Bellis. Played by Chris. Chris plays it off the sideboard. Players falling all over the place out there as Tucker took a dive. Sioux City with it on the far side, played by Christ. Capitals can't hang on to it, and here comes.
We're just getting beat to a lot of pucks right now. Getting kind of outskated right now.
Shot on net, saved by Maslow. Fire, rebound, sit wide. Capitals play it on the far side to Knopfler. Well, you can see why the Sioux City Metros only have 2 losses as they control the puck very well. Shot on net, saved by Maslow. Loose puck in behind the net. Sent over to the far side to Chris. Chris up to Porp, and the puck comes free all the way out to center ice. Metros pick it up in their defensive side. They're going to break it out the near side, dumps it down into the Capitals in the rink, played by Maslow. Maslow leaves it there. Oh, god dang. Held on to the puck for a little while. Down on the near side, played by Paulus. Paulus tied up on the half boards with Wiersma. And Bragg making every run at it as he can. He ran right over the player. Sioux City Metros with it up through center ice, down into the Capitals in the rink. Fires it on net, saved by Maslow. 3:17 left in the second period.
Well, Sioux City right now just totally smothering the Capitals on defense. You know, Capitals can't get anything going offensively.
Metros win the face-off, draw it all the way out to center ice, though. Sent over to the far side. Myers plays it. Myers back to Young. Young up to Hubbard. Hubbard tries to tip it in the zone. Metros just hanging on to it down below the goal line as Baxter comes in, puts some pressure on him. Back to play is Porp. Porp back to the point. Metros able to bring it up through center ice, down into the Capitals in the rink. Back to play is Ransford for the Metros, sitting down in deep, played by Baxter. Baxter on the far side, kept in at the blue line by the Metros, putting the pressure on him was Porp. On the near side, couldn't hang on to it. Capitals sent it up to Webb. Webb couldn't hang on to it. Now
poor passing right now by the.
Back to play is Young. Young to Webb. Webb. Capitals odd man rush. LaPrade in 1-on-0. Fires it off the shin pads and comes off the glass in the lounge. Going to get a whistle, but Capitals 3-on-0 coming in the zone, and LaPrade takes the shot. Was that offsides?
I guess they must have called it that.
Because that would have went off the goalie.
Ricocheted off the goalie.
Oh, must have been offsides.
I don't see how that was offside.
I don't know how it came up out of the zone. But anyway, play continues on. Here comes the Metros 2-on-2 coming back the other way. Knopfler and Bellis, they get around Bellis, shot on net, saved by Maslow, played by Knopfler. Knopfler comes up with it. 2-on-3 coming back the other way. Knopfler fires it on net. Patrick with the save. 1:13 remaining in the period. Sent off into the corner. Metros pick it up in behind their own goaltender. That's going to be icing on the Metros. Right at 1:03 left in the second.
Well, let's get offensive zone face-off here. See if we can't get a shot, past this goaltender. Make this a one-goal game going in the third.
Face off to the stick side. of the Metro's goalie. Capitals have it on the near side, played by Bragg. Up through center ice, bouncing puck across the blue line. Capitals able to force turnover, 2-on-2 coming back the other way. Pauls and Bragg fires it towards the net, just goes wide. 41 seconds remaining in the period. Nice hard hit by Paulus. Be nice to get one here in the last 30 seconds. Back out to the point. Shot save. Not sure if that made it all the way through. I think actually that came off Star. Back out to the red line. Baxter with it. Baxter over Tanner Chris. Chris fires it. Shot saved by Patrick. And the face-off going to be down in the Capitals offensive side of the ice. Glove side. Nope, going to bring it. Which way are they going, Rob? Going to go glove side, yep. I think they're going to switch it on me again. Baxter with the face-off out there with Chris, and Hubbard wins the face-off up to Young. Young has it. Fires a shot, saved by Patrick. And that's going to do it for 2 periods of play. The Capitals didn't give up anything and didn't gain anything and keep it a 3-1 hockey game going into the third period. Rob Pauls, Tony Scott be back for third period action in 15-20 minutes. Thanks for listening to Des Moines Capitals Hockey. All right, back with you, Des Moines Capitals Hockey Live on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter today. Rob Paulus, Tony Scott, Jen DiCarlo bringing you to third period action. Capitals find themselves down by 2 goals. All the scoring came in that first period. Nothing in the second. So we'll see what happens here in the third. The Capitals wearing their white jerseys going to your right on the screen. The Metros wearing their green jerseys going to the left. I would say if there's a team that can score right away here early in the third, that might be the turning point. Capitals send it all the way down, and the Metros into the rink. Back to play is Kruger. Kruger with it. Right out in front to Baxter. Baxter fires it wide past the goaltender as he was getting taken off the puck.
Yeah, this next goal is going to be the difference here, I think, either way. So Capitals can close it out to 1, or it gets extended to a 3-goal lead.
Maslow with it down behind the goal line, sends it over to the far side to Hubbard. Tapped on net, save by Maslow. 16:24 left in the third. Face off to the stick side of Maslakowski. Chris with the face-off, wins it over to Bellis. Bellis sends it to the far side to LaPrade. LaPrade's able to chip it up out of the zone. Played on the far side to Porp. Oh, boy, and the linesman gets taken down with one of the Metro players. That's not good. Luckily, both parties are getting up, and I'm going to see it coming back. Oh, boy, Metro player ran right into him.
The Sioux City player should be fine. He's got the padding.
I think everybody's going to be okay here. Wrong place at the wrong time for both player and linesman.
Swanson.
Swanson, yep.
Mr. Swanson. A little bit bigger guy, but no padding.
No padding. He'll be stiff and sore tomorrow. Face off to the stick side of Patrick. Capitals win the face off, trying to get something out front. Played by Chris. Chris on the far side. Sioux City sends it on the near side. Played on the half boards. Chris fires it on net. Saved by Patrick. Sent off to high glass. Sent over to the far side to play Knopfler. Knopfler back there, fires it, shot, save. A nice shot by Porp, nice save by Patrick, and that's what we needed early in this first period. Get some scoring opportunities for the Capitals.
Well, just a good shift by that. Good shift, 2 shifts in a row, and then we talk about shifts built upon shifts, and that's how you change the momentum of a game.
Capitals win the faceoff, draw it to Paulus. Paulus down below the goal line. Back out to the top side by Bellis, fires it at the net. Played off
in the first. At it there below.
Yep, play kept in by Knopfler. Bouncing puck loose. And the Capitals aren't able to keep it in. Puck comes all the way out to center ice. Played on the far side by Bragg. Bragg back to Paulus. Paulus gets it down in deep, down in the Metro's end of the rink. Icing waved off. I'm not sure why there was a question on that, but sent over to the far side, played by Tucker for the Metros. Putting the pressure on him is Clark Kruger. The puck comes all the way out to center ice. Down into the Capitals or Metros in the rink. Shot on net, saved by Patrick. Shot on net by Kruger. 14:50 left in the third. Capitals will be back in action Tuesday night, 7 p.m. start time for varsity against the Cyclones, Angelo Cyclones. And then on the road next weekend to Quad Cities. Metros win the faceoff. They draw it down below the goal line. Putting the pressure on him is Kruger. Sent over to the far side, played by Baxter. Off into the corner it goes. Baxter putting some pressure on him. Kept on in by the other Baxter, Ben Baxter. Fires it. Oh, just went wide of the goaltender. Shot on net, save by Patrick, and the puck squirts free all the way out to center ice. 2-on-1 coming back the other way. Nice hustle back by Ben Baxter. Shot on net, save by Maslow. And here comes the Caps. They're able to turn and bring it back the other way. Kruger gets around him. Kruger all the way in. Shot, saved by Patrick. And sent off into the corner. Baxter tied up down below the goal line. Fighting for it on the near side is Leprade. Sent over to the far side. The Capitals going to be able to keep it in. Nice job by Myers keeping that in. He had to hustle back to the boards. Played by Leprade down in deep. And that's going to be icing on the Capitals. 13:30 left in the third period. Face off to the glove side of Mazakowski. Capitals win the face-off. They draw it on the near side, and the puck comes loose, and that's going to be icing on the Capitals. 13:23 left in the third. Face-off to the glove side of Mazakowski. Tanner Chris with the face-off. Metros win the face-off. Tip it out to center ice. Putting the pressure on Leprade. Back into the Capitals' defensive side of the ice it goes. Young has it in behind his own goaltender. Sent over to the far side. Played by Myers. Myers back to Tanner Christ. And no icing, tipped at the red line. Puck goes all the way down on the Capitals' defensive side of the ice. Into play it is Porp. Porp and Myers. Shot goes wide of Mazakowski. He gets a glove on it. Tipped into the corner, played in behind the goaltender off that backboard, and Mazakowski hangs on to it. 12:40 left in the period. Face off to the glove side of Mazakowski. Baxter with the face off. Played on the near corner to Burnell. Burnell to try to get it to Bellis. Played by the Metros on the far side. Shot on net, saved by Maslow. Backhanded shot by their goal scorer leader, number 89.
This will be the third offensive draw in a row for Sioux City down in the zone, and Capitals got to find some way to get this out of here.
Capitals win the faceoff, get it up to Webb. Webb to Burnell. Burnell back to Bellis. Bellis to Knopfler. Knopfler to Baxter. And Baxter brings it down into the defensive side of the ice for the Metros. Offsides the Capitals. Delayed offsides. Opportunity for the Brecker for the Metros to bring it down in the Capitals in the rink. Back to the point. Shot on net, saved by Mazakowski. 11:57 left in the period. Not too many more games in the high school league. Looks like Lincoln beat Okoboji 13-1 and 7-1. 2 games remaining in today's Quad City at 2 o'clock versus Ames, and a 4 o'clock game against Quad Cities and Ames. Puck goes all the way down, and the Metros into the rink. Played on the far side. The Metros pick it up on the half boards. Capitals come in and get a piece of it, keep it alive down on their offensive side of the ice. Played by Starr. Starr back out to Wiersma. Wiersma to Starr. Played by Paulus. And the puck comes up out of the zone.
You got 4 Capitals all within 5 feet of the puck here. Making it really easy for Sioux City to defend.
11:26 left in the third. Face-off won by Wiersma. Fires it on net from outside the blue line, saved by Patrick. Putting the pressure on is Bragg. Back out to the point, shot on net, saved by Patrick. Played by Bragg. Paula shot on net, saved. Back on the far side, nice hit by Paulus. And the Capitals have it at the blue line by Ben Baxter. Ben Baxter dumps it down into the Metros into the rink. Played on the far side. Up to play it is Wiersma. And here comes the Metros back the other way. Sends it down into the Capitals into the rink. Metros pick it up in behind the Capitals goaltender. Centering pass out front. Broken up by Paulus. Sent over to the far side. Loose puck on the half boards. Played by Wiersma. Able to get it out to center ice. And that's going to come off the bench maybe. 10:37 left in the third.
Right now, the Capitals just having a hard time controlling the puck to move the puck up ice. They just keep giving it right back to Sioux City.
Myers with it now, dumps it down in just like that. Rob,
yeah.
You called it. On the far side to play the
cross pass is not working today. Just got to abandon that. Go straight up the ice with it.
Sioux City has it in behind their own goaltender, left on the near side, and that's going to go out of play. 10-10 left in the third period. Played on the near side. Sioux City goalie with the on his glove side. Kruger with the face-off out there, Hubbard and Baxter. Myers and Young. Capitals win the face-off, keep it in at the blue line. Fires it towards the net, just goes wide of Patrick, played by Kruger. Kruger has it now, tried to get it up to Baxter, couldn't do it. Played on their near boards, and Sioux City picks it off. Turnover by Sioux City. Baxter with it, loses the edge, and the puck comes free out to center ice. That's just kind of been our luck today. Down into the corner it goes. Kruger comes in with a hard hit. Bouncing puck loose. Fires it. Shot just went wide past the goaltender. Had him moving. Kruger tied up 2-on-1 in the corner. Baxter comes up with it. Back out front, no one there except for a Sioux City player, and they able to try to break it out of the zone, but Kruger intercepts it. Back out to the point it goes. Young with it, and the Capitals can't keep it in at the blue line. Down into the corner it goes. Newman picks it up for the Metros. Kept in at the blue line. Nice job by Myers. Fires it towards the net by Chris. Sent into the corner. Right out in front. Shot saved. Loose. Myers, or Chris, not able to catch up to it at the blue line to keep it in.
Keep the pressure coming, guys.
Yeah,
keep
they are
working
putting
hard.
They are outplaying them this period for sure. Oh, that somebody's going to break their stick. Who sticks caught in the Zamboni door? Oh, it's a Sioux City player. Hopefully it's not broke yet. On the far side of the ice, down in the Capitals into the rink. I kind of hope we get a whistle before that kid's stick gets broke or somebody goes into that stick with it sticking out of the door like that. Down in the Capitals into the rink, putting the pressure on him is Wiersma. Capitals have it now. Wiersma in behind his own goaltender, played by Porp. Chips up it out of the zone, out to center ice. Sent over to the far side. Back out to center ice, and Capitals dump it in. Just goes wide past the goaltender, Patrick. Paul's chasing after it on the half boards, leaves it there for Wiersma, but able to chip it out was the Metros. Out to center ice it comes. Now they retreat back down on the defensive side. Putting the pressure on it was Bragg. Sent over to the far side to Knopfler. Down in the Capitals' defensive side of the ice. Up to plate is Wiersma. Wiersma chips it to Paulus. Brecker has it now for the Metros. Send it over to the far side. Brecker on the left side, down on the Capitals in the rink, trying to get around Wiersma. Shot over the head of Mazakowski. Played down below the goal line. Sioux City picks it up. 7:14 remaining in the period. Capitals pick it up. Here comes Kruger, 1-on-0, coming back the other way. And poke checked off. And then the stick does get knocked out of the Zamboni door. I'm not sure if it broke or not. That was a nice poke check by the Sioux City goalie, as that was the best scoring opportunity for the Capitals. The Capitals turn it over, send it down in the Capitals into the rink. Back to play it is Baxter. Baxter up to Kruger. Kruger got another shot at it. Toe drag, shot saved, loose. Sioux City stirs it off in the corner. Played by the Capitals down in deep by Baxter. Sent off on the near side. Back out to the top side. Myers with it. Myers sends it down into the corner. And that's going to be icing on the Metro. 6:16 left in the period.
Capitals getting to a lot of pucks now. Just need to get one in the back of the goal and make this a little interesting, Tony.
Well, I don't think the stick was broke. That was caught in the boards. The door down there.
A relief to a parent.
Yes, yes. Capitals with it now, down and deep to Christ. Centering pass out front, broken up by Patrick. I know, we just need to get one past this goalie here and give us a little bit of life. Back to play it is Myers, shot save, and Patrick steers it up into the protect the netting, and the play is blown dead. 5:54 left in the third. Face off to the glove side of the Sioux City Metro goalie. Shot wide past the goalie, sent over to the far side.
Yeah, the Capitals going to have to start taking a few more chances here, pinching in on plays, keeping the puck in the zone.
Back out to center ice, LaPrade with it. LaPrade turns, got some time. Fires it, shot saved by Patrick. 5:32 left in the period. He's just going to hang on to it.
Get that puck low. He's been giving up some rebounds, so those ones right in the middle of the chest are the easiest for those goalies.
Capitals win the faceoff back to blue line. Shot wide of Patrick. Sent on the near side. Paul's coming in with a big hit. Yeah, he does. Played by Starr. Starr to Bragg. Back out to Bellis. Puck comes free all the way down on the Capitals into the rink. Played by Knopfler. Knopfler sets up in behind his own goalie. Just under 5 minutes remaining in the period. Bragg comes up with it, fires it, shot on net, saved by Patrick. Sent all the way out to center ice. And Bellis fires it on net, saved by Patrick again. That's going to be offsides. Faceoff's going to go all the way down into the Capitals into the rink. Face off to the stick side of Mazakowski. Baxter with the face-off for the Capitals. That was Brett Baxter with the face-off. Played back to Myers. Sioux City comes up with it on the half boards. Back out to Newman. Fires it. Shot deflected by Kruger. Sitting down in deep on the far side. Played by Tucker. Centering pass out front. Broken up. Newman has it at the blue line for the Metro. Sends it deep into the Capitals' defensive side of the ice. Played by Hubbard for the Capitals. Here comes the Caps back 2-on-2 coming back the other way. And a goaltender's just going to hang on to it as it trickled on net by Kruger. 4:10 left in the third.
Just can't get one by this guy.
Nope.
He's a good goaltender. They play good defense.
Myers with it. Shot goes wide. Back out front side to Hubbard. Get caught in his skate. Couldn't get a shot off. Here comes the Metros back the other way. Down into the Capitals into the rink. Played by Myers. Mazakowski, the goaltender for the Capitals, sends it off to the half boards on the far side. Up to plate is Baxter. And it goes up into the Capitals bench. 3:44 left in the period. Face off to the glove side of the Capitals goalie, Maslow. Well, so far all the scoring was in the first period. Nothing here in the second for either team.
I mean, you said it before, but you can see why the Sioux City team's a tough team to beat.
Yeah.
They get a lead on you, and they can pretty much shut it down and shut you down. And the way they play defense and the goaltending they get.
Shot on net, saved by Patrick as a backhanded shot by Porp. The Capitals aren't done yet, and they're not ready to give up. .318 remaining in the third period. Face-off down in the Capitals' offensive zone to the stick side.
Pinch, get some traffic in front of him.
Sioux City with it down on the Capitals' defensive side of the ice. Starr picks it off, gets it over to Paulus, and up to center ice it goes. Back out to center ice, bouncing puck loose, tried to play it was Bragg, and here comes Sioux City all the way down in the Capitals in the rink, back to the left side, fires it on net, saved by Maslow. .240 left in the third period. Face-off down in the Capitals' defensive side of the ice. Young and Myers out on the defensive side. Baxter, Kruger, and Hunter Hubbard out on the forward side.
I think he got tripped there.
On the far side of play is Hubbard. Hubbard up to Baxter, up through the neutral zone, played over by the Capitals bench. Hubbard able to pick it off, gets across the blue line down into the Metros into the rink. Shot towards the net, deflected by the Sioux City. Shot on net, goal. And the Sioux City put the nail on the coffin as that bounce off the backboards once again makes the Capitals pay, and the Sioux City Metros go up 4-1. Capitals only have 1 day of practice before their next meeting against the Ames Little Cyclones. So hopefully they can regroup on Monday and get back at it on Tuesday. Puck goes all the way down on the Metros into the rink. Centering pass out front, broken up. And the Metros bring it up through center ice. Nice hard hit by Porp. Brecker brings it down into the Capitals in the rink. Shot on net, saved by Maslow, sent off to the far side. Back out to the blue line, sent over to the far side to Brecker. He keeps it alive. Played by Kanafla down below the goal line for the Capitals. Shout out to all the moms and dads that brought breakfast Sunday here for the Capitals. It was a great turnout down there. I think everybody enjoyed it. Down to the offensive side for the Capitals. Broken up, try to get it to Chris. Bouncing puck loose. And I think it's safe to say with 1 minute left, Rob, how many penalties do you think there was in this game? Want to guess?
None.
One penalty. Can you believe that?
No, it's Super Bowl Sunday. I'm thinking Mr. Rankin wants to get to the Super Bowl. I don't know. It's been a pretty clean game.
Yeah, it's been a pretty clean game. I'm just, not too many hockey games that there's only one penalty in it. Fires it on net, saved by Patrick.
No, not when you look at the Waterloo Quad City
Yes.
game the other night.
Oh, my gosh. I'm glad I wasn't the scorekeeper for that.
Oh, Lord.
Capitals with it on the near side. That's going to pretty much do it. One more drive here for Sioux City. And that's it. The Capitals going to drop 2 in a row here at home against Sioux City. Sioux City is going to continue on their winning streak. They've only lost 2 games this whole season. Rob Paulus, thank you for broadcasting with me. Jen DiCarlo, thank you. And that's going to be it for the Capitals hockey broadcast today. We see everybody back on here on Tuesday against the Ames Cyclones. Thanks for listening to Moines Capitals Hockey.